Okay, we're in Groundbreaker. Last episode we're gonna film for tonight. Let's go. Who are we gonna bring with us? I think we're gonna bring Felix because that's part of his thing. Ellie, I don't know. Still like Vickers hack skill. Who gives us the... One of these people actually helps us with conversation. It might be Parvati. You fast travel alone, but your companions can help. I mean, I'm gonna take Ellie and I'm gonna take Felix. Only because they're from Groundbreaker. And something might happen. I think Ellie's pretty much done. I think we've gotten her story. We've gotten the point of her. I still don't... That's the third quest in this game. The Iconoclast, the Sublight with the aliens. So we'll see how that one plays out in the end. And her mission that I just haven't felt great about. I didn't really like their endings and thought that they come to a sort of sudden, unhappy ending that doesn't make...
Something on your mind?
I mean, she's making 25,000 bits a month. Effectively, she's done. I've stopped caring about her. And she didn't really seem to be all that thankful or... It's not really about the thankfulness. It's like, that feels like that should build into something much bigger. Like, I don't know, let's start a medic clinic somewhere. But she doesn't, you know, give a shit about that stuff. Which is part of her character, but it just seems like there should be a little more. Dr. Dorset. We ever interacted with Dr. Dorset before?
Well.
9 out of 10
Dr.
doctors
Fenton.
smoke Camel.
It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
That was worth bringing her in
I
here.
make it a point not to get shot. And when
By the
I
way,
do,
she's 10
I can
times
usually
richer
take care of
than
the mess
you
myself.
forever.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here.
Here's your
Can't
illicit
say
medicine.
I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Captain Cornelius of the
Arion
Unreliable.
mentioned a busybody getting
Admire
in his
my
way on
mustache.
Scylla. I'd wager that's you.
Busybody, that sorry bastard's got a lot of nerve. I saved his life.
Don't take it personally. Arion just spins tales. Real protective of his image, that man. He may have a bolt loose, but he's reliable and kind enough, so I can't say I much mind. Thank you for getting my mechanicals to me. If you're ever in the market for a bit of beautification, the first one's on me.
Some of these missions also haven't made a lot of sense. Like, I feel like by the time you get to Scylla, you're obviously, like, at the end, basically. Well, I don't know that. I haven't beat the game, but it just feels like we're definitely getting later into the game because we're starting to run out of stuff to do. That seems like a mission that should have happened a really long time ago. We don't need reputation for the damn Groundbreakers. That's played itself out. There's one other thing here. Rosanna, yes. Well, that was nothing. That was a conversation. And end of story.
I can take a hit. Real slick.
I fucking love when you lockpick. I wish I had fingers like those, boss.
They got the drop on us. You got him.
These sprats are more cute than they are menacing. They remind me of Anthem's attempt to make Twilly have those little rabbit things be their mascot, and then, you know, Anthem. Kind of strange we haven't been back here. I will say, as a compliment, I'm impressed that here we are. Gotta be late into this game, and we just discovered yet another new area on Groundbreaker. That's kind of impressive.
How'd you do that so fast?
How the hell? We don't exist. We don't even need this damn ammo at this point. But we'll steal it anyways. On principle, it seems like the right thing to do. Try to pickpocket her. Yeah, that was easy. Where the hell are you at, Roseanne? Oh, yes, you're in the Cantina bar.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your
Rosanna,
You mind trying to have a moment here?
your husband, I'm supposed to murder him.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Your forehead hairs are encroaching towards your eyebrows. Show her Harlow's emblem. Sure you don't mean that. It's not like you know that I'm working for Sophia Conde. I'm on the level. You can ask Junlei about me. I guess I'll show her Harlow's emblem.
That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
Trust puts up a fight. It won't be your fault.
All right, I'll tell you where he is. Just get out of here, please.
Oh, that was easy enough.
Rufus is hiding out in Emerald
I don't want
Vale.
him to get
Have a
hurt.
few friends with him.
If he fights back,
That's
it's
as
not
much as I
technically
know.
your fault. Oh, okay, he's in Emerald Vale.
Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution. Something about getting rich.
Oh, yes, so you
Abandoned
want to
his work
start
and
a
ran off that very day.
revolution? Okay, Rufus gets a message, something about getting rich, been at his work and ran off that very day. Sounds familiar. Harlow tells me Trust betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
Exactly that order. He didn't tell you anything about Harlow? I feel like we should have said,
No,
doesn't
and
that
he
sound
was
familiar,
particular about
Felix?
that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
Aye. See you.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Okay. I didn't really pull anything from that. Anything. So we finally have an excuse to go to Emerald Vale. We did everything there was on Groundbreaker, actually. Except for this.
Punch? We've got your punch
Duncan?
right here.
Except for the science weapon thing. Duncan here. Let's ask Duncan about something. Duncan's in our ship? While we're in Emerald Vale, I think we'll finally go ahead and sacrifice that NPC for the sniper rifle. Mega creatures.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Yeah, they do that a lot. He's all the way on Monarch. Oh, God. We don't really have a good reason to go to Monarch right now. So that'll have to wait. Emerald Vale I have a reason to go to. There's two things there. There's a quest, which shouldn't be that difficult. Not the quest part.
We are now
Who knows
involved
about the
in
quest?
Edgewater, Captain.
Obviously, things are going to get complicated. They tend to always, don't they always tend to be that way? The lady. Need to, let's get a proper sniper rifle instead of this damn combat rifle. Felix, no, you're part of this. Let's go with Naoki. Yeah, let's go with her. Just primals and stuff here. The reason to have Ellie around is the medicine. I still think having Ellie and Vicar, like, if there's a final assault in the final mission, which we're not going to get to tonight. In fact, our best bet on this last bit of time we have together is just keep cleaning up stuff. Ellie and Vicar, I think, are still our best bet. Maybe. Hacking at that point potentially doesn't matter as much. What does Felix give us? Corporate military. Yeah, that might be good. Encountering enemies, which is something we actually do pretty often. One of them helps us with our dialogue options too, though. Oh, we're back up to 15,000. That's not bad. Gonna spend some of it on that. God, that stuff's pricey. Rather just take it. Been a long time since we've been here.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, that's how that went. I don't care.
You're lucky I've already...
Whatever, we're gonna lose a little bit of rep. Like 1% of rep for something we've already maxed out, basically. Spacer's Choice rep decreased. It's already at 100%. We're just gonna continue. Dude, that guy's way far away. I want to go in the city, though. Because of the... we need to find the lady who had us go find that missing friend of hers. I think who we did discover, actually. Yeah, she joined the Marauders. That lady. 40 hours ago. This is the classic right here. This is the classic. Hey, Vicar, look, it's your old stomping grounds.
Work fortifies the spirit.
But you're not with us, are you? Damn it, I should have brought you. It always seems better to bring them back to their old home world.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you...
You ever talk to this place? Okay, well, it's a bit late. We did miss some people along the way, that's for sure. What I wanted to see, though... Alright, we did his missions. I think we missed some missions in Groundbreaker, too. Sounds like there was also a constable in that town.
Ain't past it.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Did they not move away from the tree? Oh, these people are it. We didn't even read some of these. I guess we've been more thorough later. We must have busted off this planet pretty quick. Well, when in Rome. I mean, this is like the stage of the game when ammo was fairly sparse, and that would be like a great find. We're just not at that stage of the game anymore. Which is somewhat confusing in the sense that Adamantu, 2 records found, first entry. Left to Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform. So she went to Monarch. Robert, they want to let me keep her. I know you will love her, perhaps more than I.
It's all in the wrist.
I would be more involved if this was a new area at this point. Again, like I was saying, it's kind of strange that the Gorgon is going to bring us back, apparently, to all these. So I just kind of need to, I hope, update these areas, give them some new life. But you can tell this is like the low-level zone, you know? And now we're near max level. This is the high-level character returning to the noob zone. Of course, we're still gonna rob it blind, but Let's head to the cannery. Maybe that's where they're hanging out. I thought some things got changed. Like, I thought the tree started growing here and stuff. Now, we've changed management. They said that the place was actually starting to really come along and things were getting better and... What I see is nothing's changed. And maybe this stuff respawned, or maybe we never grabbed it. I think this was at the stage of the game when we weren't actually stealing. Oh, there's probably some bad effects. There's probably some repercussions if we steal. We don't want to do that. Oh my god. Shit. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so once you hit the check mark, it's done. But I'm going to buy this shit back because I'm not even going to risk it. I'm not risking it. For the Celeste quest that we're going to finish tonight, I don't want to... Unless it went into quests. Oh, maybe it did. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's just hanging out in quests. Okay, good. It's not the best choice. They sing it so proudly. We know that Tree Lady moved in here and has been using bodies as fertilizer. I thought, from my memory, that she actually showed up in town and we talked to her while she was in town. She'd already started growing her shroud tree thing. And there's a reason for that, because the sniper lady who was a part of her camp, who has us go find the lady who joined the Marauders, she has a sniper on her. Legendary sniper rifle. The only legendary sniper rifle in the game. We mentioned maybe this would be the piece de resistance to our Sacre Bleu.
Nothing but salt tuna for you.
Oh, oui, oui. To our sniper build. But I don't see that these people ever actually moved into town. So, as I just said, I thought I could specifically remember them moving into town. There's a lot of stuff we just totally skipped over as far as looting, though. And clearly a couple characters we skipped over. And I imagine there's at least one quest line on the Groundbreaker we missed. My intention wasn't to 100% this necessarily, but we've just been going along. And well, what do you know, as we've been going along. Started doing most of what there seemed to be to do. I think another thing is I've let a bunch of food and stuff build up again. The last time we were in spaceship, we actually dropped a bunch of stuff off, but we'll sit. I want to save all that for when we're done, since we're filming right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that they're still out there in the wilderness. Maybe they said they would always be out there, and they just managed from afar, I guess. We're gonna go see. There's the constable. I must be remembering it wrong. Oh god, this is the plague place. Hold on, I've got the COVID.
But you really ought to leave.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time.
Looks like when we talked to them the first time, we took that completely seriously and literally just avoided them.
People are gonna talk.
This is when we were actually embracing our whole character role of like the neutral rogue. Like that one guy with the plague, we sold out.
The walls talk is all. We all got sights on each other. Any of us breaks company protocol, Boss is going
You
to
know this place is under new management, right?
Levels.
Things are quite a bit different here now.
Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I have some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
I guess we should have kept Ellie with us.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to
Weak
bodies.
spirits lead to weak bodies.
If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
Can't blame yourself.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People
You're
could
under
be
new
listening.
management. Everything's different
I
here
feel
now,
your
and you
touch,
know
mate.
this, but the game's
If
this
you
is
don't
one of the
mind,
few
I'd
times
like
the
to be
game's
alone for
not
a
like
spell.
changed its writing based upon events that have occurred. Like it was able to react to us deciding to kill Graham, but it hasn't reacted to this place losing its old foreman and changing the rules.
Esther's got medication.
Oh god, this is way back. This is
How?
wrapping up this mission
Did the
from
boss
the
get a new
very
shipment?
beginning.
I'm sorry, it's just I thought we couldn't spare the medicine. Nope, I'm sorry. I can't accept help from Esther. If I deserved treatment, I wouldn't be here.
You're wrong.
Why?
You've always loved the Cantina Bar.
That is exactly what I've been doing. Not my place to dole out punishment. Not even against myself.
This lady maybe deserves to
right,
die.
you
She
make
is
your
a little
point.
too embracing of,
If Esther offers
well,
to
if the
treat me, I
company
won't
says
turn
I'm
her
a
down.
bad person. That's how that wrapped up. Okay, so we wrapped up a quest from the stolen medicine where we took the medicine from the really sick guy. Jesus, this place is... This is a New York nursing home, apparently. We're getting the hell out of here. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Rosemary Khan's still there. Serves you right, citizen. She totally just shot somebody. Okay, I'm gonna assume those assholes are still out by their little cult. And we're gonna have to kill one of them, which is gonna make them raise hell, but... So maybe we have to do this Emerald Vale mission first. Probably have to do the mission first, because I don't feel like dealing with the chaos in the midst of that. Getting lots... Hey, they actually changed this up. So, like, nothing else has reacted, but this area changed. And who did that corporate guard just shoot? Did she shoot Rosemary or whatever, who was coming in there to sell the medicine? These used to be corporate coffins to be, like, sent up into space, but now they're actually boxes, and clearly they're using them for farm land. Where's the dude who used to manage this place? I could have swore we saw him on our way up here. And I wanted to talk to him and see what was going on. That was the one thing that's changed here. Dude, apparently we were just like skipping over stuff in the early going. If there's one thing we need to do, that's extend this playthrough even longer than it already is. This game that every gaming website I ever read on the topic of the Outer Worlds would say, this shocks me, says Will, so, would say it's super short. You can run it in no time, 20 hours tops. Yeah, no. There. Put that in the Discord. We'll add that as a sound effect, Will, so please. It shocks me. That's where we went through and we got the book. I don't speak fucking French. So we've seen one thing change. But again, like, everything I ever read on this game just said it was really short. There was a guy, It's Maddie, who some of you probably watch. Does a lot of YouTube stuff on like Fallout and games like this. He said he beat this game in 30 hours. We're gonna be, what are we on now? 40 hours probably? Coming up on it? Yeah. Coming up on 2 days playtime, 10 hours from now. So we're getting there. And we're still finding quests, actually. We didn't talk to that lieutenant guy in the opening at Groundbreaker, and he let us know that there was some sort of law in town that needed help killing people. That's probably a quest we missed. We just now talked to that mercenary con girl. I have zero idea what the hell happened after that conversation took place.
Here we go.
Damn it, I was hoping. I want to get nut shots in. We got to get that Achievo. At this point, we can just absolutely delete these people from existence. They dissolve into the other, as they call it here. It's not the ether, it's the other. Kind of cool. Everything's pretty well respawned at this point. Probably should have fast traveled, but I was curious. It'd been a while. Even though they're saying that we're going to be returning here for the Gorgon DLC, as we said a moment ago. Looks like this is about the point when we probably started picking things a little better. I'm seeing a lot of more open boxes. After sneaking parts of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build their mechanicals with custom tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound, refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds, and the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Here's how that played out. Dead man in a corner. Suddenly, our weight is way down. Wonder what the hell happened. We kept consistently getting over encumbered just a moment ago. It's weird. We can also hack a lot more things now, so I guess that opens it up to more looting in general. And they're pretty generous with the loot early on, aren't they? I feel like we find more, like, essential goods here than what we were finding on Skillia, at least. Skilla. Okay. Here's where that camp normally is at. Did they not move their people out? They definitely moved their people out, right? Because they used to all hang around this damn campfire. Which means she is in that town. Nothing I could do. Oh my god. That's just... It's a cool looking mask, but we don't need it. That's just frustrating. It was just our own independent side objective while we were here, but... This doesn't make any sense that they just don't exist anymore. They're not in the town, they're not here. We went through the town pretty thoroughly, I felt like. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from my life at the Eternal. So that's a philosophist, right? Because the scientists believe in the architect. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational mostly. The soil's still sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. Set him right with the diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. So, okay, their sickness is malnutrition, meaning that has also been solved. But that was not at all part of the dialogue that we had with Mercenary Khan. Okay, so they're not here anymore. I don't think they're back at the base, meaning that if you want that legendary sniper rifle, you got to make your move early on. At this point, I'll give the city one last scan. This place is definitely abandoned. Obviously, we're going to do our mission while we're here. That's the main thing. I was hoping, as an aside, we could get a good sniper. If I had to do this again, I would definitely invest more points in science. Of course, we could just rebuild at any time, but I feel like we've walked this path. We've walked this path. Let's finish strong. Big shot. Big shot. And Borderlands. To the game's credit, like, this is still relatively good loot. Wouldn't be a terrible reason to come back here and dig around. I wouldn't go out of your way to do it, but you don't totally lose out if you have to come back here. We're gonna get some bits out of it. We're gonna get some bits and some crafting material. We need to... We're running a little bit lower on time now. We need to start wrapping these last couple objectives up. Looks like they're fine. They did a good job. Backpack. We were here a long time ago. Did we never go in this cave? I think we found All Reliable around here. So maybe this guy just doesn't spawn in or exist until you get to this point of the game. Because this looks familiar. I got another great skybox, another great environment. He's got a whole freaking group out here. And that cigarette does make him look cool, I'll admit. Rufus.
I don't know who you are or why you're
Tuck's
prowling
cousin
around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
That's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of
Well, we'll
dying.
kill your ass. That'll be no problem, but explain yourself first. Harlow wants your ring as proof of your death. That's all I'm after. Oh, that would probably be the most convenient thing.
How do I know that I can trust you?
You've always loved the cantina bar. Oh. What's the worst that could happen? Harlow sends a stranger with a gun after you?
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket.
Top 10
They've been
anime
off for
betrayals.
years. All the palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A 2-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your words, show me some evidence. I'm not going to kill you, Trask, but I'm going to ask for your ring. I'm working for the board too. I guess that makes Harlow and I colleagues. So that's more evidence to me that there is really there's only 2 endings. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's either work for the board or you help Phineas. You're asking me to take your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front
People
of the board?
say Felix is
There's
shallow,
no
but this
authority
quest
in
has been
Halcyon
deeper
willing
than
take
Ellie's to
Harlow
my mind.
task.
Except for Ellie being betrayed by her parents. But this, there's a bit of a twistiness to this. But I mean, I guess Felix is still like, oh, gee, mister. He's Clay. Expose him for fraud. Yeah, there is. You're looking at her.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out.
It's the first time I've seen temperament as an option that I can remember.
In a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Alright, if this was Morrowind, we'd have to remember all that or write it out by hand. Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow
Sounds like
in
he
the
was
pocket,
cut out
the
to be
board had
CEO.
an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Hey, listen here, Rufus. Harlow's my friend.
Board-sanctioned piracy.
Oh,
Harlow went after
they call
the
that
ships the board
a
would want to
privateer, not a
destroy,
pirate. Get it right.
capturing anybody the board
Legally.
wanted captured. If we captured you,
The
we
Dutch
ransomed
East India
you.
Company
Harlow liked to do
was
the
a
job
totally
himself.
legal corporation.
Gather up the captives on his own ship.
100%
vanish
legit.
for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Tartarus. I don't know that that's a thing here. Harlow's been selling captives off to the board, alright, fair enough.
you've made up
They're
your
probably
mind.
retirees. I'm not going to kill you, but I'm going to ask for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Bye-bye. Guess too bad about you and your wife. Well, I don't have too much time left. It seems like getting Felix's quest done is probably the best. Let's see if we can't rush up and get Felix's quest done and go check in on this armor and call it a night. Just said he stashed evidence against Harlow in an event back in Harlow's base. It could be worth a look. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's our goal then. This will be the last couple things we do and we'll call it. In this episode and for this stream. All the turntables. How the turntables. Let's put it in the quotes, Will. So let's put it in the quotes. I remembered a few nights ago I mentioned, Will, so we were going to put something in the quotes of yours, and I don't know that I did it. And I started digging, and I just can't remember. Hopefully we didn't lose it forever. Let's go ahead and sync the quotes up, too. Quote 344, Wilso. Let's see, let's check the pages. The 10-year cycle that we just passed the midpoint of in Destiny 1. Nope, we got it in there. It's a winner. It's a winner. The 10-year cycle that we just passed the midpoint of in Destiny 1. Okay, yes.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
I wish you and Sam would cause a disturbance. I'm disappointed. Scylla. Harlow's base. Oh, how the turntables. What are your hours, dude? You might have hit that big 4K, to be honest with you, buddy. Alright, okay, friendships dues. We'll go and we'll get rid of our drug and alcohol withdrawal when we go into Harlow's. Same idea. We want to get Harlow's missions done. We want to get... they should take Ellie, but I'm troubled by taking Ellie anymore. She's technically richer than us. Ellie's mission, check out the armor. Call it. Doesn't look like we're getting that sniper. So be it. We can shotgun our way through shit. Hopefully they introduce another legendary sniper in the DLC. This game really likes the monocle look. It's weird that this guy's named.
Got my sights on you.
Okay, you stashed it in a vent somewhere. I think we've just come to learn with withdrawal, but at this point we're so leveled up that the withdrawal is not as bad as it was. I suppose hiding in plain sight. Conveniently hidden right under his nose. Harlow's nose. These receipts detail payments made to C. Harlow on behalf of the board for freelancing services, included are the names of several raiders targeted by Harlow's crew. The manifest and the sum value of all cargo delivered to board authorities. 50-cent bet that named NPC will become new leader of the outlaws. They will be one of the many chaotic tribes who will exist once we get rid of the board, and so maybe the plan of bringing the hope in and restoring some level of hope with the hope will mostly go for naught, because, you know, there's not a governing body anymore. So these planets are gonna, you know, planets like Monarch, where we don't have the Iconoclast around anymore to help out, that Sanyar is gonna be real confused. He's not gonna know what to do with himself without paper clips and filing systems. I'm gonna pause the music for a bit just for this conversation. Just to hear what he's got to say as we confront his ass. You lion, jackal, lowlife, no good dog. Oh, plenty of options here. Trask is dead.
So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse.
Hope his gas bag's paying us by the hour.
I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Oh, he's still out there.
And Trask had some things to say about you. And I've got my own misgivings.
Trask told me you've been working for the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
Show him the papers. You've been bought off. I've got the receipts. Trask gave me his word.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole
So much for
colony.
the fucking revolution.
Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
I'm done arguing with you. Trask was right. You deserve to die. Come on, Harlow. Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers? You're not the only one on the board's payroll. I wish you'd just trusted me.
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true.
I'm a revolutionary socialist
and I'll
Marxist
believe you.
Leninist through and through. I only did a little
Don't
spying for
talk
the
to me
Stasi.
like
Big
I'm some
deal. I'm the
common
good
criminal,
guy.
Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
It's an autonomous zone. We only have to go to Walmart for our groceries and food so we don't starve to death. We've set up a no police zone, yet we have a militia. We don't have courts, so we simply have tribunals. We don't believe in borders, but we've built a border wall. It's the best non-fiction representation of hypocrisy you've ever seen in your life. Harlow is basically the leader of Chaz. Dude, Harlow's actually pretty tough. Well, he was. I think we knew we were going to shoot this place up in the end. I think we called that. Oh, my bad. Music. No police, but we have a militia. We don't believe in courts, but we have a tribunal. We don't believe in borders, but we have a wall. We don't believe in capitalism, but we have to go to the market down the street and buy groceries from Walmart and Kroger. Seems like we need some form of money.
You're dead.
That's so strange that this name... Usually when they name NPCs in this game, it's like... You know, it becomes more than what that guy was. And this is the most combat we've gotten to have in a little while. The goal is to save lives. We can simply ignore all the lives lost in the chaos that has been the ultimate outcome. I don't even think that guy was involved, but he had to die because he's not Sam. And the only robot we love in our hearts is Sam. I mean, there's nothing hurting it. There doesn't seem to be a cost. We're not losing rep. We're not getting a lot of XP, though, either. They're just sort of there. They exist.
Everyone all right?
Oh, yeah, we're all right. So it's like a sort of comical version of a Star Wars solo ship. The hell? Did they just think the war ended or something?
Here we go.
Dude, I wish you could scope a little faster. Now I think I get it, though, at the same time. It's so slow so that you can't just, you know, do it like Rogue Company and slide that slick sniper scope right over their head and call it a day. Well, we kind of figured we were going to shoot this place to shit, and that's how it all ended up. Friendships do. You confront Harlow about Trask. Felix would like a word with you. No kidding. Hey, we killed your mentor.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to
I guess
think.
you're going to have to read in favor of arson. You never really know what's going on inside somebody's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
The lesson here is not to look up to anyone. I can understand why you're upset. You feel like he betrayed you.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
It'll pass. Give it time. Get drunk for a start. Cry me a river, Felix.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling
I guess
over this
Felix
whole
plays a
mess
big
for
role in the
couple of days.
Gorgon quest. That's
Part
the
of me wishes
one
we'd put Trask
companion they
ground.
seem to talk about
You know, I
in
think that's
the
just
like
my
preview of
frustration
what's going to
talking.
be going on, which makes sense because
Thanks for your time, boss.
this is a non-ending. Like Naoki, you wrap things up. You know, she buries her colleagues or she takes the medallions with her to remember them, and she has closure. Parvati gets a girlfriend. Vicar becomes enlightened. Ultimately, Ellie's just, hey, I'm rich, sweet, which was disappointing. And Felix is like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing. My direction in life is lost. My friend and mentor has betrayed me. What comes next, and how do I live my life after this? So A lot of unanswered questions if you care about that character. I'm just not sure that we care about him that much, but maybe the Gorgon DLC will make us care. Well, let's do what we kind of wanted to do this whole time, which was to loot the hell out of this place. And I said I was going to quit at 11:30, but it's obviously 11:30 and I haven't quit because we're going to do one last thing, so I need to hurry up. And that is get this armor. Get this armor and call her a night. Cool, did we loot it? We're doing all this sneaking around when we had already predicted that we were going to shoot the shit out of this place. Sisty chops. I'm glad we're finding food, honestly. And maybe that's kind of the good thing about food addiction. It basically turns this game into a survival game. Still, if we could get rid of it, I would have gotten rid of it. Guess that's Scylla, and still nothing about the cave. We'll have to go back and do that before it's all over with. But for now, one last thing. We'll call it. Obviously, this isn't going to be beat. I'll do what I can without making any promises because I can't guarantee it to either Friday or Saturday. Pop in here and hopefully finish this up. That way Sunday we can play like Apex or Rogue Company or something. Just for fun.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged.
I mean, this game's fun too. I just mean, you know, not like we're recording and stuff. Just chill with you guys. Still disappointed there hasn't been more with Sam and Ellie, or Sam and Ada. Twice. We only had 2 little things happen. There's the Hope, which we'll be heading to on the next stream. And for now, we're going to head to Terra 2. And we're going to head to Byzantium. Yes, Roseway. I don't remember Roseway.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Journal, make spacesuits won't travel. I hope this was worth it. It's fine. I think that was it for his mission. Was there another one? No, we did it, guys. We did it. You guys can't see this on the Let's Play, but twitch.tv/StuckOnPandora. We did it. That's all the companion quests. So 7% have done that. And that's why I'm saying, like, 7% have done the skill to 100. When Polygon and so on and so forth are like, oh, it's so short. I don't know. If you do everything, not so much. I mean, not everything. That's where I haven't done everything. If you just don't bum rush the main story, seems to be, and I don't mind a main story that's short. The main story is short in Skyrim, but you don't call Skyrim short. Cocklock, ready to load. The USDS. USB Tactical. What game is that? CSGO? Before it's all completely done, if we remember, I want to go in there one more time. I was impressed that Hartley's Ingsleby, whatever, died. I want to see, since we disabled the robots, if maybe retirees will live. I doubt it, but it'd be kind of neat to like see some retirees in there. They've been having that same conversation for years. They haven't moved, they haven't ate, they haven't showered, they haven't pooped, they haven't peed. I don't know that they've breathed yet they still have not reached the conclusion to that conversation. Why is he unreliable in the docking bay? I'm going to pause because this feels like the end of a long journey with her.
What can I do for you, darling?
Great song, though. We have all your stuff.
I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera.
Chimera.
Crafted from the hides of 3 species of monster. While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Solid gold, diamond encrusted. If it doesn't have one of my lapels, it's not a Jolicoeur original.
Jolicoeur.
Those slackwits at HPS are holding my parcel while they wait for a signature. Bureaucracy is so utterly
Oh,
insufferable.
there's another fetch quest.
Understatement of the year, darling. Believe me, I'm every bit as frustrated as you are.
It'll have to wait. Those monsters are forcing you to sign for a parcel. What a massive inconvenience. It's been all over the colony for me. Now you want me to deal with bureaucrats?
I know, my dear, you do spoil me, but this outfit is my masterpiece, and that lapel is my signature. I simply must have it.
Those monsters.
Can you believe the cheek on these people? If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were trying to grift an autograph out of me.
I'll get you that parcel.
Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
Holy shit. This is like that one Borderlands quest that's a total satire on microtransactions. This quest has become a satire on fetch quests. In fact, basically today can be summarized almost entirely in fetch quests. But as we end this 8-hour stream, and I'm going to go ahead and call it here, YouTube. We'll see you on the next one.